Now, I'm not usually one to take things too seriously on this channel, but today does warrant some seriousness for a moment because something amazing has happened. Specifically, we've hit 40,000 subscribers on the channel, and that to me is an absolutely mind-blowing number. There are 40,000 people subscribed to me sitting in my garage talking about Football Manager, and it is just absolutely mad. And just trying to think of that amount of people in one go, it's insane. So if you are part of those 40,000 people, or you've ever watched one of my videos, or even if you're just here for the first time and this is the first thing of mine you've ever watched, just thank you. Please know that you have genuinely completely changed my life. Those of you that watch my vlog channel, you'll know just how much you've changed my life. But whether you're here because of the vlog channel or because of the Football Manager stuff, whether you're one of the people, the over 100 people who support me on Patreon every month, whether you watch my Twitch streams every week, or whether you're just here to watch some Football Manager videos, please know that you've changed my life more than you could ever know. And it all started here. The 17th of October 2015, just over 3 years ago, I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. It was a Football Manager video. It was right here. Goodness me, that escalated quickly. Thank you very much. Now let's get on with the video. Hello and welcome to part 5 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have games in the National League South, away against Truro City and then at home against Wealdstone. Since you were last with me, it's been our usual mixed form. I think this is just going to be the story of our season, really. We all remember the game against Ebbsfleet in the last episode. The good news is Ebbsfleet, although they had a massive turn up in form and they're in a promotion push in their league now. They did get knocked out of the FA Cup in the next round by Kidderminster, who are in the National League North. Mid-table, lower mid-table in the National League North, with Ashley Chambers in their side. Legend of backing the Borough from last season. So I don't feel too bad now. We didn't miss out on the tie against Sunderland that we wanted, just for the money, quite frankly. But from then on, we just kind of went on an up and down run of form. We're generally quite good at home. In our home games, we've got 2 wins and a draw. We're pretty poor away from home, though, including Torquay. We're on a run of 3 straight away defeats. We're not very good away from our place, but we are through to the next round of the FA Trophy, having beaten Herne Bay in the third qualifying round of the FA Trophy. And this is what the league table looks like. 18 games in, we're in 10th place. We're only 4 points outside of the playoffs. Playoffs aren't outside the realms of possibility, but I think even if we do have a crazy second half of the season, I think we can all agree a promotion push this year would be a year too soon. This is a year of consolidation, getting my head around how our team is going to work, and then we'll build our team next year, because obviously there was only so much I could do transfer wise this time round because I was very limited by what had already happened before I came in, so I wasn't able to bring in as many players as I'd hoped. I have brought in one more though, another loan, another one from Bristol Rovers, this time a defender, Ben Morgan, 20 years old, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, roughly equivalent ability level to Andrew Mills. He's only played 1 game for us so far because actually, you know what? He's not better than Mills, which is what I thought he would be. And as Mills is our player, I'd rather keep Mills in the team. And I don't really know how to disrupt our defence any other way. We've got Wyatt, Bender, Mills and Hurd, and it's a decent defence. My plan I'm toying with at the moment, and you're not going to see it today, but I am toying with it, is in these away games where we're really struggling, maybe we go to a back 3 or a back 5, I guess, and put Morgan in there, maybe at the expense of one of the midfielders, maybe even at the expense of Noble. Get Noble only playing in our home games so we keep him as fit as we possibly can all season and figure something out from there. I'm not sure if that's a good plan or not. What is a little bit more problematic is that we've lost our top scorer. Hold on, why have we... Oh, it's because we've got unavailable. So we don't want players who are on trial because we just want to have a look. We'll get the trialists back, their loans back in a minute, because otherwise our team disappears. But David Moyo has picked up an injury. He's going to be out for a month or so. We're going to miss him because he's got 11 goals in 20 games in all competitions. Only 7 from 18 in the league. but that's more than anyone else has got for us. So he is going to be missed, but it does give James Spruce the chance to get into the team and try and score some goals. He's been a little bit of a disappointment. I was quite excited when we signed him. Star rating wise, he should be the best striker at the club by a mile. As it is, 6 games in the league, albeit only 2 starts, but no goals in the league. However, he did score in that last game against Herne Bay. So I'm hoping that now he's got his first goal for us. That's the start of a little bit of run of form. Starting with this game away against Truro today. So we're going with McDonough in goal, a back 4 of Wyatt, Bender, Mills and Hurd, with Nanetti, Noble, Sambu and Wilkin as our midfield, and then Merson and Spruce up front. Let's get into the game and hopefully start to turn around some of this pretty poor away form. I have been fiddling with tactics a little bit more as well. I've binned off the route. No, it's the park the bus. So we've still got our route 1 that we're training, but I've got rid of park the bus because I think we're already pretty defensive, and we're doing a slightly more attacking wing play system, which weirdly, why is it saying this has kept the park the bus team instructions? I think we might have to recreate this tactic. I did this in the dead of night last night, and looking at this doesn't make any sense because this is still set up as our park the bus, just with wing play team instructions on. So apparently, yeah, we need to fix that. We're not going to fix it now, though, because we're not planning on using that today, but we will set up a proper wing play tactic at some point. I don't know why it's done that. It's because all I've done is gone in and changed the mentality or the tactical style or whatever it is that it's called on FM19. I've changed that to wing play, but not actually changed the tactic at all. I assumed it would change to the 4-4-2 wing play preset, and it absolutely hasn't. So we need to fix that, or else that's just a nonsense tactic that we're training there. So calmly, I can't expect a wings. We're rubbish away from home. Let's just say, look, do what you can, lads. But ultimately, it's an away game and we expect to lose it. I don't know how good Truro are. Where are they in the league? They're 14th in the league. A win for them today will actually put them just 1 point behind us. And yet again, we're really, really zoomed out. I'm not sitting there between videos zooming out. Please understand that. I don't know why every time I start the game up fresh for a new day, it's massively zoomed out. But what it's done is caused us to concede a goal 14 seconds in, because I was too busy fiddling with the zoom levels, so I wasn't able to adequately motivate my team. I'm blaming it completely on the game constantly zooming me all the way out. I don't know why it's doing it. It's very annoying. Right, Sambu, across to Nanetti. Yet again, away from home, we've given a team a head start. We've got to stop doing this, but hopefully we can find a way back in a little bit quicker than we usually do. Sambu, over the top towards Merson. Merson's fouled. Forget the penalty, let the goal stand. But Ben Hurd's going to take the penalty, still inside the first 10 minutes. He's scored a couple for us already this season, and hopefully he scores another. 1-1 on 10 minutes. Ben Hurd's 3rd goal of the season. All 3 of them have been from the penalty spot. He's a decent penalty taker, is young Ben Hurd. Yeah, I know he's 33, but I'm 36. So he's young Ben Hurd. David Noble, though, still an old man because he's the only player in the history of football older than me. And I just like it. I like the fact that I've got a player older than me. You whippersnappers who play this game. I remember the days when you used to put your date of birth into Championship Manager. It probably still happens on Football Manager. I wouldn't know. You used to put your age into Championship Manager and it'd bump you up a few years to make you at least 25. I haven't ever had to sample that on Football Manager. I assume it still does it. Spruce has just got his first league goal for the club, though. While I'm reminiscing about my youth, it's a big ball over the top. Spruce brings it down beautifully and tucks it into the far corner. That was a lovely finish from Spruce. And hopefully, exactly as we said pre-match, he has now learnt how to score goals and will go on a bit of a run now because that was a lovely goal. That was poor, though. We've conceded from a corner and we're better than this. We're a good defensive team, but that was just, I mean, we didn't really mark properly or challenge. We've given a big lad like him a free header in the penalty area in the 6-yard box from a corner, and it's another sloppy little goal. And we only seem to do this away from home. We give away the sloppy goals away from home. We are good at home, and we don't really change it. Well, we don't change the system at all when we're at home. We use this direct counter-attacking system both home and away, and my natural instinct as a manager would be, right, if we're going to counter-attack anywhere, we'll do it on the road, where it's not working for us. But at home, I've always naturally wanted to attack a little bit more, but we're countering at home, and it's working. We do it away from home, and it doesn't. So I don't know if we need to... I don't know what the plan should... Let me know down in the comments what my plan should be. I don't really know. I think we've been a better team. It's motivated Tom Bender, and that really is what I'm all about. If I can motivate Tom Bender, everyone else is going to be motivated too. Right, how are we doing? My match stats have disappeared, for goodness sake. I want to see how we're doing. I need to see the clear-cut chances. It's the only way I can judge how the game is going. It's not the only way I can judge how the game is going, unless you believe certain elements of the comments section or Reddit, which I've had a look at, and it seems I'm not very well thought of on Reddit because I'm a buffoon. Right, let's have a little look. Nanetti. We haven't got anyone to come on for him. Sam Merson, though, could come up, and we've got Zane Banton, who hasn't really had an opportunity yet. So if we get Zane Banton on, give him that opportunity that he's been longing for. And then, how's Noble doing? Noble always has to come off, so we'll bring Camjo on for Noble. I'm happy with a 2-2 if we can keep it. That's why I'm not pushing on and attacking anymore. If it ends like this, I'm completely happy. But it would be nice. It would always be nice to grab a winner. We could push Ben Wyatt forward. Let's do that, because then we can bring Morgan on and do that, and that might just offer us a little, because Wyatt's one of our best players. Getting him a little bit further forward, a little bit more involved in the attacks can't be a bad thing, surely. And on the flip side of it, it's going to solidify us a little bit more defensively, having him stood on the left-hand side of midfield. Ben Hurd nearly curling a free kick in the last minute. One of the last kicks of the game. If he'd have scored that, he would have gone down in history as a St Albans hero, because he's our right back. He's got no right to score 2 goals in a game. Sambu misses out to Rooney. Hopefully not Wayne Rooney, who, I mean, he'll be too busy playing for England, won't he? When's this? December. He'll have just played it. See, topical Kev. He'll have just played his last game for England. So he's now celebrating by turning out for Truro City. Are we in the MLS season still? Oh my word. Truro had 2 absolutely golden opportunities there to win the game. Managed to squander them both. It's ended 2-2. We actually won 1-0 on clear-cut chances. So once again, we've played well. As far as I'm concerned, we've outplayed a team, and it's not really worked for us. Now I have to put my money where my mouth is, because we're at home in the next game, but it's at home against a team who are better than us in the shape of Wealdstone. So let's see if we really are any good at home. We might be about to have our second casualty of this team. I don't think I mentioned the first lad who got released, mainly because he never even featured. But James Sage got a bit of a grump on that he wasn't getting anywhere near our team, so we released him. According to my scouts, he's got 5-star potential and is better than any other defender we've got at the club. I can assure you that's absolutely not the case. Our scouts are rubbish. He was considered a 2-star player when oh my word. But anyway, we're now having the same issue with Ralston Gabriel, who unfortunately he's actually on a contract until the end of the season on £200 a week. Sage was on a non-contract dealie, but Gabriel wants first team football. I'm looking at him thinking, you're my 5th choice striker. You ain't getting first team football. He's had 2 opportunities and squandered them, so I've put him on the transfer list. Obviously no one's interested in him. We'll keep an eye on it and see if we can get shot of him. But that's £200 we can free up at some point. Certainly next summer, that's £200 that we're going to free up, because we won't be renewing his contract. That's for sure. But we've made one change for the team for the Wealdstone game. We've dropped Nanetti, brought Hopkins back in on the right-hand side of midfield. Wilkin moves across to the left-hand side. He's actually had some decent success over on that left-hand side recently. I think he might be emerging as my left winger of choice, because Hopkins, when he's in, he's pretty useful on that right wing as well. But we've got a little bit of an issue with fitness with Hopkins. Right, let's be passionate. Come on, lads, show me what we can do. I don't want to say I expect to win, because Wealdstone are better than us. So I'd be very, very happy with another draw. But at the same time, I kind of want to win. I don't want another episode where we don't win a match, because that just makes me sad. They look like they're playing a very deep midfield. 3 of their midfielders hovering in their half, according to the little formation thing. I don't know how much you actually read into this. I don't know if it's an accurate representation of what they're actually doing. This is where the 2D Classic Brigade will come in and say, well, that's why you look at it from above, Kev. Yeah, I realise that. It probably is. But you know what? it just looks better this way, and I like it to look good. What I would like, and if you're listening, Sports Interactive, and I know this will eat into graphical power and all that stuff a little bit, but similar to how they do on FIFA, just a little box at the bottom of the screen, put the little 2D classic thing at the bottom there, so we can still see it, but actually show me the full screen of the 3D. I think that would be awesome, just down the bottom, or even have it as one of these boxes that you can move around. You can turn it on if you want it. Let's check it's not already in there. You can turn it on if you want it, but you don't have to have it on, and you can put it where you want it. I'd quite like to have the 2D classic thing on, just to be able to have a little glance at it, but I want to see it in my nice shiny 3D animations, because I think it just looks really good, especially on FM19. It looks that much better than it's ever looked before. Wealdstone camped out on the edge of our area a little bit here, but it's with Noble. One of his big balls over the top, and Spruce is away down the left-hand side. Sam Merson's in the middle. If he can get the crossover, he does. Merson scores. 8th goal of the season now for Sam Merson. He's finally starting to come into some kind of form, getting used to playing this pressing forward role that we've got him in. But yet again, David Noble, massively involved, just with one of his big lumps forward, and he does it so elegantly. I make it sound so industrial, but he's a beautiful player. It's a lovely ball over the top to Spruce, and Spruce beat his man and squared it perfectly for Merson. 1-0 after 25 minutes of the game, and as it stands right now, we'd end the game only 1 point outside of the playoffs again, as we're just about hitting in fact, we're just over halfway of the No, we're not. We're just before halfway of the season. There's 22 teams in this division. So just as we're approaching the halfway point of the season, we'll be hovering just outside the playoffs, which, I mean, if you'd have offered us that at the start of the season, cliche bingo time, but if you offer us that at the start of the season, we absolutely take it. Yeah, guard against complacency, job not done. Hopkins is stressed, not that bothered because everyone else is motivated, and I'd rather have 9 motivated players and 1 stressed player than a load of players going out there not that bothered. We know this is a bunch of players that's not very determined at the best of times, so if we have to take Hopkins off because he's stressed, then we'll take him off. I mean, it's a football match. What you got to be stressed about, you silly goose? It's a football match, and you're not even a permanent player here. It doesn't matter to you. You can go back to Bristol Rovers and all is good. I am thinking we probably need to freshen things up a little bit, though, because David Noble wandering around on one leg again. Let's get Camjo in. And what can we do for another change? Merson looks tired as well. Should we take off Sam Merson, get Zane Banton on, give him another 20-minute run, playing as our pressing forward, which is his natural position? What am I telling him to do? I don't know. I'm quite happy, actually. I don't need to shout at him. I'm fairly happy with how things are going. I'm so into these shouts now that I'm trying to find a shout when I don't even need one. Do I do the 5 at the back thing that I've been teasing? Because Sambu's not playing particularly well, and we've got Ben Morgan sat on the bench. Actually, I'm not going to risk it. We're going to bring Percy on in midfield. We've played Percy in midfield quite a few times now. He seems fairly comfortable playing there, and he's never going to get into that back 4. He's supposedly a centre-back who can play right-back or central midfield. Well, centre-back and right-back are both taken unless there's injuries. So for Percy to ever have a chance to get into this team, it's going to have to be in central midfield. So we give him a few games there. But Bender on the left-hand side of midfield there, Percy, showing, like, I mean, that's a proper midfielder you just saw there. He's watched what David Noble does and thought, I can do that, I'll have a go. The only problem is he's done it from the wrong side of the centre circle. But Spruce is in here. Enough of the waffle. James Spruce makes it 3-3. He's a goal scorer, everybody. We've got a proper striker. And Moyo's going to be starting to get a little bit worried. He's still got 3 weeks until he's fit again to, realistically, on today's performance, come and sit on our bench, because we've been excellent against a team who were right up there challenging for the title pre-match, but now we've put them back in their place. They're still in 3rd place, but 9 points behind the leaders now. They ain't winning no leagues, and we're coming down the left-hand wing again. It's with Wilkin. Wyatt's run on ahead of him, which is a little bit ambitious in the 93rd minute, and now they're exploiting that gap that's been left behind them. And Mills is just there. Yeah, I'll have that. Let's collect that up. No worries whatsoever. And then Banton just clattering their man in midfield. And that should be that. That should be the end of the game. I don't even know if they've got time to take the free kick. They do not. There we go. A 2-0 win. A really comfortable 2-0 win that I am absolutely delighted about. Because, like I said pre-match, I would have been happy with a draw there. We're slowly starting to get the hang of this 4-4-2 counter-attacking in the Conference South thing. Do you reckon we can have a playoff push in the second half of this season? Let me know down in the comments. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.